At this point, I think I've heard just about every promise people make about AI. And they say, Shinobi, this is going to make you a 10x dev. You'll be able to get games done so much faster. You'll never have to spend time doing boilerplate tasks again. All the tasks you hate doing can be offloaded. Listen, man, maybe I just used it wrong, but almost none of these turn out to be true. What's up, internet? I go by Shinobi, and my goal is to just get good at making games. This channel exists to discuss what I'm learning as I make games in UE5. I've been exploring AI-assisted game dev in my last few videos, but I think it's time for that exploration to end. I think I'm done using AI agents for now. Let's be clear though, we're talking about an agent integrated into a project workspace and tasked with building a part of the project, something that goes off into the code and performs tasks. That's different from just like AI in general, right? So what led us to this point? Well, my workflow was essentially whenever I had no clue how to implement something, I would ask the agent. The agent almost always gave good, detailed responses on how to implement a feature, but it struggled when I gave it tasks to implement. I only gave it tasks that I knew how to implement myself because it made it easier to just check it and determine that what it was doing was correct. So for example, I'd ask it to create a specific class with specific variables and it would get it like 80% right. Or sometimes I'd tell it not to do anything to a specific file and it would say it understood the instructions, then it would go and do it anyways. While its ability to understand instructions and go off and kind of do stuff was impressive, this just leads us to the first reason why I'm no longer using this agent. I'm no longer using any agents. Number one, it just creates extra work. Its inability to do exactly what I told it to do meant I had to constantly babysit it. I know the comparison of these agents is like having a coworker, but a coworker is capable of finding and fixing their own errors. So far, the agents that I've used have not been capable of unscrewing themselves once they've screwed up. So that means I just had to spend more time reading through their work and fixing it. If I had just implemented the code myself, whenever bugs show up, I would have at least had a good idea of where to start. But since the agent wrote the code, bug fixing just tended to take way more time. Since I'm already short on time as a game dev daddy, using the time that I have to fix bugs I didn't create just felt like wasted time. And then second, just faster doesn't always equal better. There are some things that agents can do faster than I can, but like I said, faster doesn't always mean it's done better. It doesn't always mean it's done right. So even when the agent would complete a task correctly, sometimes I still went into its changes and tailored it more to my liking. To be fair, there are some agents that will keep track of your preferences, but it still takes time to set that up and correct it every time you see it not adhering to those set of rules. And finally, using an agent just doesn't align with my goal, which is to just get good at making games from top to bottom. Delegating foundational or fundamental things is a terrible way to learn how to do that. Now, however, my time spent with agents wasn't terrible, so I'm going to end this video with who I would recommend tools like an agent for. Number one is the super knowledgeable, the Giga Chads, the Giga Thugs. They can explain exactly what they want much more clearly and easily see when something is incorrect. So I could see using an agent working well for them. Number two, if there's tasks that you absolutely hate and would rather run the risk of just having to regenerate or fix the code yourself, by all means, go for it. Also, if you have the knowledge to do something that isn't important to you, go for it. I think AI agents also come in handy for like tooling, common tools and simple scripts to automate some functionalities. Now, ultimately, using an AI agent right now took away from my learning and made game dev a lot less fun. But the bottom line is, if you're trying to push out stuff as quickly as possible, sure, agents are fine, but there's no shortcuts for what I'm trying to do. The only way to build the skill set that I want to build is to make games and wrestle with mechanics and complex systems and not just delegate the boring and mundane task. So that's it. No more AIs running in Unreal Engine for me. Let me know your thoughts on this. Although I kind of think I already know what a lot of people are going to say. I don't know. Surprise me. Maybe they work well for you. If they do, please share, enlighten us all. That's it for this video, man. Peace.